Hello and welcome to another episode of Ways to Better Living. As you all know, this is your host, Coolio, kicking off this episode dealing with, I use the word I title as schooling, but you could also use education. I will do my best to make it be a one episode, but if not, then I will, as you all know, I always give the update of how, if I'm doing the next one or not. So, but for now, as I said, I will do my best to make it be a one episode. So, before I jump into the topic of schooling, I just got a quick update because for some of you that might already familiar with Roku TV, this podcast will be moving over to that direction if everything works out. Just going to pretty much started things later on. For some of you that will be hearing this, it might have been in the morning time. So for me, today is the 25th, so I'll be doing everything hopefully the 26th, so that the next episode that's coming hopefully will be from there. And the reason why is I do not have the funds to maintain or to be able to, since I only got that 5 like I explained in the beginning. So instead of doing live where I'm still limited, over there I will not be limited with time, so I'll be moving over to that app where it pretty much, from the research I've done, it costs free for me for now. So that's where I'm going to be moving. I'm not looking to make money off of this. I'm looking to educate everyone so that they understand how they can be able to have better living. So I give the ways of how they can achieve this. So that's not a money making scheme for me. It's just, as you already know, that's why I use the free, because I do not have the funds to do it in that way where you go for money making and I'm not looking to make money. So with that says, as an update, so I will give you more updates as I go. And I think this might be my 9th episode or so. And so which means I have I've done the one is alive, so I don't know if that still counts, but as the time limit I got pretty much 10 episodes as in the frame that they gotta go. Okay, so I know I've spent a bit more time to give you this update, so let me dive right into our conversation. Our conversation today is dealing with schooling. The reason why I use mainly schooling, though personally to me I'm thinking in the line of education, but I use schooling mainly for the fact of this is what the world pushes everyone to go to school, so they can learn, so they can be educated. But you find after you go to school, instead of you become wise, you even become dumber than when you went to school. So before I jump into giving the reason why I said that, now I always do the brief background of every topic I deal with. So the brief background, I'm not going to go too much in detail on the background, as everyone already that went to school knows this. Brief background, you got different type of subjects, which some call it classes or whatever you want to call it. And you got your teacher, in grade school, it's teacher. When they went to college or university, they call university call them professors. And I never went to university, but I know majority of them they call them professors. And in college, because that's all I went, it's you could still use it as a teacher and basis in a sense. So, but in a sense, they're all teachers, whether you're the professors or not. They're all teachers because they're there to give you the necessary tools to be able to learn and be able to move ahead. So this is the basis of school, and so you go there, you start. Well, in this part of the world, though other places you still start early, but majority you start as daycare. That's it. And daycare you could start as early as months, like I would say, depending on the daycare you go to. You could some start as early as 6 months old. So that all depend on you, the daycare and the parent. So which means 6 months your child pretty much start going to daycare. You do not deal with them anymore, in a fashion of understanding your child and be able to know what lesson you need to teach them in order for them to be well educated. And don't get me wrong when I'm saying well educated, not that school doesn't give you education, it just doesn't give you the education you need in life. Because they give you the school, you go to school, it gives you skill to be able to apply in the workforce. That's all. But it doesn't equip you for the education you need to apply in a day-to-day life. So this is the point. When I'm using the schooling, I'm mainly using it for what the world calls it. Instead of actually, they said you're going to school to be educated. So which means the school is the building. In that sense, it is the building because they use the word education, but they do not use the education in the way to let you understand that the education that you leave in your house to go to that building to go learn is for work related. So if these are the things that you understand as whether you parent or not, or student, or whatever you listening, you understand that yes, school doesn't prepare you for things in life. Think about this. If you in school having so many assignments to do and you gotta go do it at home, and now you taking something that you should be doing in that building that they said that's where you need to do it, while you go there, now you're going home to do what you live in the building that you're paying for you to go learn. Now you leave that building to go back home to do the work that they gave you from there to go do at home. So what does that tell you instantly? That you already doing what? So it's not the building you're learning from, but that's what it's called. That building is called a school, and that's where they said you need to go to be educated. So now if you got to take the stuff from there to your house, so which they telling you that you don't need the building to be doing the work. See the complication right there? You might not want to comprehend this in a sense, but look at it in the fashion of you going to your job. Let's say I'm going to do the most menial job you do. That's the world might consider menial job. As an example to let you understand this. whatever that job is. Just think of you taking that job home to do they're paying you because you leave your house to go there to do it, but now you take it home. What does that say? They're not paying you that time you're not there, but if you take it home, what does it say? You're doing extra work for what? Not pretty much nothing. That is the point. So the school system is set in that way, so you constantly do not need to wrap your brain around your own personal life, the issue that goes on anymore, but all for what? Learn the school system, in a sense, to get for you to pursue a career or that job that you always say you dream of, and which takes you longer to do, and then by the end of that schooling, majority don't go in that field, because not that, like I mentioned in the first, you do not because you do not know what you're doing, but you need certain experience that you do not have because it's hands-on. You need to be able to do. So this is all combined. That's why I'm choosing the topic, so they can all combine. As I leave them, I'm going down. You will see how all these are connected. So now, schooling does what for you? Majority of people do not know that schooling only there for them to be able to do their job. So you spend all this time. Why? So you could be able to learn these things. And how long do you spend in school to be able to go get the job that they're preparing you for? From 6 months old. Where if you, the parents, already know this and teaching your child at home the necessary skill for whatever you think, you don't set that stage for them in what you want them to do. They grow up, you just give them the necessary skill for life, and they choose their path from there, which job will suit them best. And from there, you see exactly that you prepared, you educate your child in the manner of life necessary education, where that will give them the necessary skill they need for the workforce or the job related that you spend all this time in school for, and lack the one that prepare you for life as a whole. So if one thing goes wrong, you'll be able to handle it and know that it is not the end. So education, which you leave in your house to go to that building to go get, that still do not prepare you for the education you do need. Some people want to say, oh, but you do need education for job. Yes, it's job related, so it's not really necessary, because once you have the one that you need, which is life education, that prepare you also for the job related. But for just the job related doesn't prepare you for life skill education. So which means you're still not going to be able to handle and know how to handle life itself, except all you have to do is go to work. That's it. That's become your life. So this is the education you need in the way of schooling, self-schooling, in the sense of you learn from your parents. So with this said, since I said I'm only doing one episode, this will be end, as my time is almost up. So I hope this all benefits you and be able to think about it. This is your host, Coolio, saying God bless and have a wonderful time.